Hi there. I recently conducted an experiment with this cotton voile fabric because I had so much of it. I chose to make 3 different tops to see how each top would perform with the material. So I rated each pattern on sewing ease, how long it took, the pattern choices of the pattern itself, the fabric, is it suited for the pattern? The sleeves and the body, did I like those? The comfort, and if you can style it with anything. So if you're interested in how each of these patterns turned out, come along for the ride. Okay, this is the Kwik Sew 3586 is your basic Kwik Sew shirt. Now, this was a wonderful shirt pattern. It did come together very easily, except for the collar. If you haven't done a shirt collar before, it might be a little tricky, and mine was a little tricky. I had trouble with that under collar trying to get it exactly the same length, so I had to make some modifications. But there are no gathers, and instead of buttons, I put in snaps, so it was actually came together right about in the middle of the 3 patterns. So the choices of the pattern, because it's a Kwik Sew, there's not a lot of variety. It's a shirt, right? So you get your basic long sleeve shirt and you get your basic short sleeve shirt, and that's it. And also the placket is a part of the shirt, so you can't really play around with different kinds of fabric there. So there's this one is your very basic shirt, but that's okay because it is an awesome pattern for a very basic shirt and one that I intend to make again. The fabric, the voile is perfect for a shirt. I am not the kind of person that likes to wear a heavy shirt. In fact, I plan to upcycle all of the work shirts that I used to wear. I'm just not fond of them. I prefer this lighter variety. And so if I were to make this pattern again, I would definitely choose a lighter variety. So I love this fabric for this pattern. The sleeves and the body, the sleeves were very comfortable. They come to a good length. They don't hit the elbow. They're a little above the elbow. I think I mentioned that it's a little annoying to me to have fabric around my elbow when I try to move it along. So you got to either be short or you got to either be long for me. The body was, it's a shirt. I liked the way it fits. It's not too gathered. So it fits me well, and there aren't parts that look baggier than they should or tighter than they should. So for me, this is a very good pattern, and it is also very comfortable. So I think that I didn't put in any of the darts that the pattern called for, so that actually made it a little more comfortable for me. So if I do it again, I am going to avoid those darts. I won't even try to put one in. And the style also, you can do a lot of styling with a shirt because you can wear it buttoned, you can wear it unbuttoned, you can wear it in layers, and you can wear it with multiple different ways. So for styling, I think a shirt, button-down shirt, is a very good choice. Also, the shirt length is really good. At least I liked it. It's not too short and it's not too long. So it's perfect in that fact. In fact, if I was Goldilocks, I would take this bed. All right, McCalls 7325, the peasant blouse. There's a lot of fabric in this peasant blouse. So much that I can't imagine doing it in a heavier fabric. So as far as the voile, this worked out perfectly. In fact, I wonder if you could do it even lighter. And I might try that with like maybe a sheer material, because this felt like I don't want to say it felt like a tent, but it just might. I think if you approach it more like a tunic, then it makes more sense. As far as the sewing ease and how long it took, this out of the 3 was the hardest pattern to put together, and it also took the longest time. Now, why is that? Because ruffles and gathers. So this shirt, you have to gather under the yoke. You have to gather around the arm. You have to put in the ruffle sleeve. I made view B, so that has a ruffle. I love it, but it takes time. And then the bottom also has a ruffle on it. So definitely a time-consuming project, but I still think it was worth it because it is fun to wear. So in this pattern, you get 4 choices based on the sleeve. So you get a sleeve with pom-poms instead of ruffles. You get a ruffle sleeve, which is the one I made. You get a multicolored blocked sleeve with a elastic around the wrist, and then you just get a plain elastic around the wrist. So those are some good choices, but not as much variety as the first McCalls, this one. What did I think of the sleeves and the body? Well, okay, so the sleeves were a bit unusual. They have the slit in them, which actually I thought was strange, and I'm not quite sure I did this correctly, but it ended up being okay because when you wear it, I think I mentioned the one thing I didn't like about this blouse was that it kind of crunches around your elbow when you move your arms, and it's just not the right length for me. I either like a short sleeve or a long sleeve. But this one, even though it's still mid sleeve, because of that slit, it makes it more comfortable. So that surprised me. The body, though, oh my goodness, this turned out to be so long. And it definitely, if I look at the picture, I understand that, yeah, it is a long shirt, and I didn't realize that. But you could actually wear this as a tunic almost. And for me, I don't know why, but the front is longer than the back. So that happens to me all the time where the front looks longer than the back, even though in the picture, it definitely is, the front should be shorter than the back. So it might be the way I'm shaped, but that was a little odd for me. But it was comfortable for the most part. I think style-wise, it has some options because it's long enough where you could actually wear it with some leggings, some kind of a thick leggings, or any type of pants or skirt. Well, not any type, but jeans or anything would look good with this. So it does have a few styling options, and that was nice. But I definitely liked it. So all 3 of these patterns I actually really liked. So I'm really happy I made it. The last one is the 8256, and I'm wearing this one. This was actually my favorite for multiple reasons, but let me go down my list before I tell you. The sewing ease and how long it took. Well, number 1, this pattern only has 4 pieces. It has the front, the sleeves, and the back, and then this binding. So it comes together pretty easily. There's also, even though it has gathers like this one, the gathers aren't as intense or voluminous, so they were actually easier to put in and make look normal, I guess. So it didn't take too long, and it is for a beginner sewer, so I definitely recommend this pattern. The choices also, they have the most variety because they give you a tank version where it's actually only the collar and the front. So that turns into a tank top. You don't even put on the sleeves. I haven't tried that yet, but it looks really fun. In fact, I think if you wanted to make it into a camisole, you could do that pretty easily. So that's all 3 patterns. And if you ask me what my favorite one is, I will have to say the McCalls, because it's just something that I know I'm going to go for. I can just grab and put on. Second choice would be the Kwik Sew, because again, if I just have a t-shirt on and I want maybe another layer, that one is going to be perfect, especially if my t-shirt is white in this fabric. I think that would look really nice together. A white t-shirt with this blue fabric on top of it. And the third one is that McCalls, and my least favorite, not to say that I won't wear it, because I did like all of these patterns, but my least favorite pattern is that is this one, the peasant blouse. There's just too much fabric for me. And I've learned over the last 2 or 3 sews that I've done that I don't like a lot of gathering. It just has to be appropriate, unless it's in a sheer, and I still want to try that. As far as peasant blouses goes, I made this other one, the 7284, and I am absolutely in love with this pattern. I think what I'm going to do in my next video is actually compare these two so that you can see what a peasant blouse without a lot of gathers looks like compared to the one I just made. So if you like that, go ahead and like and subscribe, and thanks for watching today.